All right, what's happening, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's talk about Arman Tsaruykan versus Ilia Topuria. Whether or not Arman is deserving of a title shot at lightweight. These guys have been chirping back and forth on social media. Let's get into it. All right, so this is not going to be an official breakdown of a fight between Arman Tsaruykan and Ilia Topuria. I'm just going to kind of talk about the situation, briefly talk about the matchup because I think it's interesting. Styles make fights, as we know. I think Arman definitely poses some threats to Topuria, and of course vice versa. So first let's start with, is Arman Tsaruykan deserving of a title shot? So Arman is currently on a 4-fight win streak. I know Justin Gaethje has wanted another crack at that title, but personally I wouldn't be mad if Arman got it. I know there's a lot of controversy with Arman right now. Many feel like he dropped the ball because last time he was offered a title fight, he dropped out last minute due to like a back injury. Dana wasn't happy about it. The fans weren't happy about it. But here we are, present day. Things are heating up between him and Topuria. And you never know, he might get a shot at the title. I know Gaethje said that if that happens, he very well might retire. Now, what dangers does Arman Tsaruykan pose to Ilia Topuria? Well, one blatant one is his ground game, his grappling, wrestling, and overall ground game. Now, there's a lot of talk about Ilia Topuria having this phenomenal ground game. Some say it's better than his striking. Some say equal, which is a huge compliment because that guy is something else on the feet. He's a complete monster. And if his grappling is anything like his striking, whoa. His record certainly shows that his grappling is formidable. He has more submissions as opposed to knockouts. That's off the top of my head. I didn't check, but I believe that's the case by a fair amount. Arman Tsaruykan is just like levels above most people in mixed martial arts and grappling. The guy's certainly one of the best grapplers in mixed martial arts. He's completely dominating, overwhelming, has a great gas tank. He's supremely conditioned for grappling. And once again, going back to that line, styles make fights, it's so true. Arman has formidable stand-up, but I don't think he's going to be stupid enough to stand there and trade with Ilia Topuria. He's going to utilize his full game. He's going to utilize grappling. And here's what I want to know. What does Ilia Topuria look like in the later rounds after he's been forced to wrestle and grapple a lot? Is his cardio and conditioning going to hold up? Another factor is that Arman Tsaruykan should be the bigger guy by a fair amount. Topuria looks like a guy that came up from a lower weight class. I mean, he's a blown up featherweight. Not saying that he's not strong, not saying that he's not muscular. He is. The guy's a stout fire hydrant, but Arman Tsaruykan is pretty jacked, man. The dude is ripped, super muscular, in shape, and he looks like a true lightweight. May not be tall, but the guy's stacked, very strong. I personally would suspect Arman Tsaruykan to be the stronger fighter. That does matter in the grappling. So, yeah, big questions, guys. What's Topuria going to look like after somebody puts it on him in the grappling? So we've seen Topuria dispatch Charles Oliveira, and Charles fought dumb, but let's be honest, that's just how Charles fights. He throws himself in the fire. That's why we love him as a fighter. He's not afraid to take chances and risks to get the finish. But that was a miscalculation against Ilia Topuria. He started off well, initiating grappling and clinching, but he chose to jump in the pocket, trade wild, and he paid for it dearly. Do I see Arman Tsaruykan making the same mistake? No, I think Arman Tsaruykan is well aware of these questions with Topuria, and how they say testing chins. He's going to test Topuria's grappling ability, and if it's not up to scratch, if he doesn't have the cardio and conditioning to fend takedowns round after round, to get into scrambles round after round, to fend off submission attempts, he's going to be in trouble. Now, could Topuria just knock Arman out before he even gets to that? Yeah, of course. The man has looked like a monster. Can Arman Tsaruykan catch Topuria standing? I mean, it's not impossible. I think his route to victory is definitely the grappling and wrestling. Maybe Arman is Topuria's kryptonite, but we're not going to know until these guys fight. Who would I put my money on? Really tough to say. I mean, this is not an official breakdown. I'm going to do a dedicated video for this fight. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to talk about who I think would win. I'll save that for the video, the breakdown. But I think it's an intriguing matchup. Certainly think it's winnable for Arman. And personally, I hope they book the fight. but we shall see. Guys, let me know in the comment section. Do you think Arman Tsaruykan is deserving of a title shot? Also, how do you feel the fight would play out? Eager to read your thoughts. I appreciate you guys watching or listening. Thank you so much for the support. And until the next segment, my friends, you all take care. Later.